Step by step and blow by blow, this page is all about documenting the journey of breaking through in one day, potentially becoming an established actor. And my name is James Carson, and today in this video is going to be all about an overall acting update for the month of August. And as of this very moment, it is the Friday, the 15th of August, and I have a series of updates to share so that I can give you the insights and the background as to what goes on in this journey, or my journey specifically, in becoming an established actor into film and TV and how that is going to look. Throughout this journey, I'm going to share with you the auditions that I've had, the jobs that I've got coming up, the weird and wonderful things that occur along the journey, and where my actual thoughts are on acting at the moment, because it can evolve and change as this journey goes on. So, my name is James Carson. I'm an Australian and I'm on a mission in becoming an actor on film and TV, as I mentioned before. And what this page is all about is about sharing the journey, the lessons learned along the way, the wins, the losses, and everything in between. And at the same time, personal development, tools, insights, and information that have been helpful for me along the way, which are other videos that I have on this page. But first and foremost, the most significant acting update is I shaved my face and I had my hair pulled back, so I probably look very different to what I normally do. And I grew that beard months ago because I got an audition for the Vikings series that they're filming at some stage somewhere in the world and didn't get the role. But I still wanted to just grow it anyway to see if I could. And I just kept it there just in case there was a last minute call up or something like that. And it just kept going. And I thought maybe this could be a great tool that could allow me to stand out and get other roles and things like that. But in the end, I had it for ages and I enjoyed it for a bit. But then after a while, I started to not like it. I started to not like how it looked. And what's interesting is when I shaved it off, you almost get like reintroduced to how you look. I'm like, whoa, there's my face again. And it was just very strange, but I feel great being clean faced. So that's the first major update, but going through a list of things, here we go. Now, the film that I'm actually in September, I can share more information on that because the writer and director said that that was okay. And this month, on the 31st of August, we will have our rehearsals for the film, and it's called The Curator. And I play a really cool role in there, which is the best way I could describe without giving too much away, is more of an over-the-top version of myself. So just this character who just loves life, loves surfing, and that's all I'll give you just in case. I don't want to give too much away, but I'll take you behind the scenes from the rehearsals. You'll get to meet the cast and the other people involved. That will happen very soon. That'll be a separate episode, but that's very exciting that I can share that with you. Now, the next thing is, this is the wildness of acting and how it can be. So a long time ago, I auditioned for this vertical series being filmed in Turkey, and I got shortlisted but didn't go ahead in the end, and that's okay. But this is how things work. The casting lady of that show, that series, and they're doing lots of them, messaged me yesterday saying, James, are you available in Turkey on the 16th of August or whatever it is? And I'm like, I'm in Australia. She's like, yes, are you available? And I'm like, yes, but I would have to leave today to go to Sydney to get an international flight to go to. In the end, it didn't work out. But it was just the wildest of like, can you be in Turkey in a day or two? And I'm like, haha, not quite, but I am flexible and adaptable. That was just very interesting. Now, another weird and wonderful thing that I've been offered at the same time, whilst I'm doing this acting journey, I still put my hand up for the occasional modeling job that may pop its head up every now and then. And there's a few things that come and go, but there was this one that I got invited to apply to do a nude photo shoot for a couple of $100 on the beach, I think on the Gold Coast. I'm like, mate, what are you on about? That would be thousands of dollars. I wouldn't even do it. But anyway, it's interesting that, not that it's like you take it personally and be insulted, like, how dare you think I would even do this? Anyway, he's got to look for models. So there you go. Some people do it. That's on them. Then I've had some great recent auditions and I had some high hopes for them, I will admit. But in the end, it's just one of those things that I am getting really accustomed to rejection, and that's okay. I had a great audition for a food company, a food product that would be shot over in New Zealand. Didn't go ahead. I had a great audition for a phone for a phone provider company. And even though I didn't get it and it's filming separately, I won't just share details on it just in case. But it's just cool to sort of share the things that are going on. But at the same time, I'll share with you, I got an audition for a TV series that apparently has been filming in New Zealand for a long time. And my boundaries came up in this moment. So the audition said, must be okay with kissing and intimacy on scenes, on the set. And that hasn't been a thing that I will do since January this year, and out of love and respect to my relationship and also my values. And sometimes I see men doing these wild intimacy scenes in film and TV, and I personally don't think it's a good look, but that's just me. And it was sent to me by my agent's assistant, and I said, look, no, I don't, not into doing kissing and intimacy scenes, but happy to audition if that's still okay. And they said, we'll get back to you. In the end, it wasn't okay, but at least I still stuck to my guns, of course, and I always will, that I won't do that. Because I watch these scenes and I watch these cast members with other cast members doing certain scenes, and I'm like, man, that would be difficult to swallow as a part of their partner. I know it's acting, I know it's not real, but if you're like spiritually aware, sort of sensitive person, like I think you can really get into those moments, and they're real, they're happening. Yes, there's acting, but you're feeling things in those moments, unless you're just stone cold and you can just fake passion. Anyway, basically that audition came up and I was like, no, Soz, that's not for me because I don't do those things. Next thing is it looks like I've got a bit of a chance for a short film that's going to be shot with actual just iPhones, similar to 28 Years Later, was shot on iPhones. Did you know that? In Cronulla. And it's a very interesting story, and I play a character that's probably a character that's not favorably looked upon, which is not a bad thing. So that's I will hopefully find out about that over the weekend, if not next week, if that comes through. Then what's interesting, since the beard has come off, I have been so much more enthusiastic into doing social content. And I don't know what it was. I think the beard kind of, I didn't kind of look like how I looked because I didn't look like myself, I guess. So I wasn't as passionate. I didn't have this creative flow. So I've been a little bit more into doing social content, which as the date of this video, I posted the 4 stages of coffee video, and seems to be doing really well and lots of shares everywhere, and it's got 200,000 views in 2 days or a day or so or something like that, which is pretty cool. Then at the same time, I wanted to share my thoughts on acting and where things are at for me. So right now, I think when my relationship started, I met this beautiful woman. It really dawned on me, and I think this happens to a lot of men, where they're like, okay, I'm not just fighting to create a life and freedom and finances and all these things just for me. I'm doing it for someone else and a potential future family. And so with acting, it's so non-reliable, for lack of a better term. Like you're at mercy of what films are going on, series are going on, if they want you or not. And I thought, you know what? I can't just rely on this to create abundance, to create freedom, and create amazing career, because it feels very disempowering. So what I'm doing now is I'm working on some great things in the background that creates more of that consistency. That's very exciting. That's what I'm passionate about, and it's coaching related. And it is something that I've been working on in the background for quite some time, and I'm starting to slowly roll it out, which is very cool because... acting in the industry, it's just one of those things and this is part of the journey. This is the raw and realness of it. It can be discouraging. It can be kind of, I don't know, I find myself, and I'll always be honest and real, like I find myself just being like, oh man, they're getting the work and I'm not, and you know, one day it'll be me, and you know, I've been with my agent for this long and nothing's come through. That's not a reflection on them. It's not a reflection on me. It's just where things are at. So it's okay. It's just one of those things that you got to also learn, that I've always had this attitude. You got to experience joy every day. You got to really find joy outside of pursuing a goal, and not be about the destination, be about the journey. And I think there was this old saying goes, the man who loves to walk will go a lot further than the man who is just all about the destination. Meaning if a person's pursuit is all about getting somewhere, whether they get there or not, it's something that is not consistent. Like the journey, it'll just be more of a grind. But if you just love walking, then getting to that destination is going to be all the more joyful, all the more possible. So, short and sharp video today. That is the acting update for August. My name is James Carson. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel. This baby channel is on the way up. We'll see. But I hope you keep looking after your mind, body, soul. Keep chasing your goals. Keep being kind to yourself, being kind to others, being kind to the environment, and keep smiling, doing good deeds, and having a crack. So, with that said, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.